Mode on it, no my hockey bye. Welcome back to the practice run, your frontline pass to the hardest sports station, brought to you by 99 Dreams, inspiring others to chase their dreams with your hosts, Rawari, Tukoirangi, and Sam Tirangi. We're diving deep into the thrilling world of the NRL and rugby league today, and who knows where the game will take us tomorrow. From the try line to the sideline, we've got you covered.
Strap in as we tackle the big plays, the game-changing moments, and the stories that define legends. Whether you're a seasoned vet or this is your first hit-up, the practice run is for everyone. Every run, every tackle, every win, experience the rush with us.
With exclusive insights, couch analysis, and a touch of humour, the practice run is here to keep you entertained, informed, and part of our practice squad. Because here, every practice run takes us one step closer to glory. The practice squad, where every listener is MVP, powering our play every episode, every day.
We'd also like to give thanks to 99 Dreams for powering our passion. Now let's kick things off with today's lineup.
Look at the whānau, round 27 has finally come upon us, which means only one thing. This is the end of the road for many teams. But which teams is it the end of the road for? Well, if you haven't been listening for the past few weeks, we'll keep you updated. We're going to break down all of the games for this weekend, the final round, and this is going to be the last time you will see some of these teams. So drop a heart in the comments if you're still in the chase. We didn't actually come up for a name for that, but I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something.
We're still working on it.
We're still working on it. We don't know if it's the road to glory or if it's the chase for whatever. Anyway, drop a heart if you're still in contention for a title. Drop a crying emoji if you've been knocked out. And drop a spoon if you got the spoon. I want to see it, whānau.
Those are those para fans.
I want to see it. But also, we have our big plays and paydays, so we're diving deep. Not actually diving deep at all. We're just giving a skim off the top into what our picks are. And don't forget, Etefano, I've only hit once this year. It wasn't even on league. It was on rugby union. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Otherwise, yes, I just want to say, before we get into the show, thank you all so much for those who have been listening over this 61 episodes so far around the globe. You guys are so awesome for tuning in weekly. We want to welcome any new practice run whānau to the squad. No mai, welcome. This is the practice run, the frontline pass to the hardest sports section. It is brought to you by 99 Dreams, and we are your hosts. So shout out to those in the UK that have just jumped on board. And hey, UK, take it on, because we got some expats over there, some Kiwis. I hate saying Kiwis, to be honest. It just doesn't roll off the what do we call you? Tangata tiriti, but via the UK. I don't know too many Māori over there, man. It's a bit too far for us. Do you know any? Got any brothers over there?
I know a few, but I don't know.
Did you know the mongrel mob have a chapter in the UK? It's weird, gee, this white fella. He was on TikTok. Yeah, this white fella, TikTok. He's in the mongrel mob UK.
How good.
Bro, it threw me when I seen him over lockdown. I was like, gee, you just got him safe, whatever. Do use. Go off. But yeah, nah. Random fact. Anyway, before we kick things off, how's you guys' week been? Tap in, let the crew know what's been going on. What's new with you?
This week, nothing new, man. Still trying to settle back into work. It's picking up now, so days are turning a little bit longer, trying to get as much money as we can. The gym's already started prepping for the next High Rocks, which is 5 months away. The first Sunday session's this one. I won't be there. I'll be in bed sleeping. We're hoping to start running though. Hopefully get the A-OK from the physio to start doing some runs. We won't be doing anything drastic. It'll be like 5K at most. Quite easy. Hopefully just jogging. Try to get the stamina up that way. We're taking the long and slow approach. So hopefully we're not getting injured like we have been all year. But other than that, man, just getting ready for this weekend, and finally, playoffs are just around the corner. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long season. At times it's felt very long, but at other times felt quite short. So glad that the regular season's over. Glad that the Bulldogs are going to be in the playoffs. So we're just gearing up for that. And really, that's about it. We've just been chilling other than that. Yeah. What about
Mr.
you?
Tirangi.
Yes.
Yeah, nah, just, getting better. Getting better. Trying not to be sick, because holy. I was like,
That's
oh,
right,
yeah.
because it's your first episode in a little while.
Yeah,
Welcome
man.
back.
Holy. It's normally like when I'm sick for like 2-3 days. This sucked. This sucked, and I don't know what it was, but nah, the chest is all good. Everything's all good. Went outside, went for a bit of a walk, bro. Tripped on the gutter. Did my
What
ankle. Tripped on the gutter, did my ankle. I was meant to do some reffing this week for the some basketball tournament that's down here. I think it's like the junior regionals or something that's down here. So I was going to go do some reffing for that. Had to let them know real quick, hey, tough to run. Tough to run with this ankle, so nah, not going to be able to do it. But yeah, they were paying pretty well for refs. $40 a game.
Damn.
It's because they struggle to fucking get them. That's why. No one wants to ref those games.
Basketball Otago, no, they struggle to get refs. We're not paying anywhere near. But yeah, no, so just chilling, just trying to get better, and then get back into the flow of everything in the coming days, coming week. How about yourself?
Mean. Yeah, look, it's been a hectic week, man. I work for a kaupapa Māori organisation, so obviously with the passing of Kingi Tuheitia, there have been some disruptions to our regularly scheduled program, so it's just been adjusting with that. I've also, for those who follow the other channel, haven't actually put any content over there. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I need to edit and upload so I can put out videos on the other channel. But for those that listen to that channel and watch that channel, I brought a new motorbike the other day, rode that home. So you heard it here first in the practice run. You got the exclusives. Probably won't drop on the other channel until maybe next month. So, Whānau, you heard it here first. Got an Indian Sport Chief 2024 model. Loving it. Way different to the Ninja. Just having fun, man. I love motorbikes. It was pouring down in the rain. I got saturated. My boots. Surely you would have known too. Like when you went camping on the hike, the 104.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do a river crossing?
Did we? Oh, I can't remember. It was so long ago. I think we might have. So we definitely went for a swim. I remember that.
Well, my boots filled with so much water, it felt like they were just swimming. We're not changing gears and things. I could just feel the water slosh from one end to the other end of the boot. It was that wet, man. But I loved the trip. It was so much fun, man. And yeah, I'm just excited to do that run again when we head up to Auckland at the end of the month for the grand final. Looking forward to that. It's coming around quick. So, hey, any of our listeners in Tāmaki during the grand final, hit us up. Let us know some good spots to go to both eat, to chill out, just do Auckland things. I'm not from there. Sam's from there. He might know, but it's been what,
I got us somewhere on Friday night. I got us a nice little spot on Friday night.
Nice.
Roger that.
We're in. Is it food?
If we get there early enough, yep, they do food there, but I think.
We're going to the Cass.
Oh no! We're not far from there though. No, I think what we could grab some food Friday night, and then earlier in the night, and then head to a little spot I've got us at.
Say less. I do want to check out Something Dumpling. Have you guys seen that one? They have Drink the Milky in stock. Hey, man.
Dumplings and chocolate milk, eh?
Brotherhood.
I'm down.
All right. Back to the regular scheduled program. It is time for paper, scissors, rock that shit. All right. Like that? I just come up with it just then. That's the new name for it. Paper, scissors, rock. Their shit. It is just how you normally would go. A scissor beats a paper beats a rock, and a rock beats a scissor. I beat 2 on Tuesday's episode. So Samuel, it's you and I.
Samuel, fuck. All right. Fuck, we dropping everything out here, huh? All right. How long before the
You got
full
a
name's
middle
up
name
in this?
Look at your whole government name up there.
Oh, wait.
All right. So the rules are as follows. We don't keep track, and we just go 1, 2, 3, shoot, and winners win, losers lose. Are you ready to go?
Ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, shoot, and up. Winners win and losers lose. He pulled scissors, I pulled rock. Speaking of winners and losers, let's head over to tonight's game. It's a Thursday night disappointment for some. Broncos take on the Melbourne Storm. It's a home game at Suncorp Stadium. Melbourne Storm have their minor premiership winning squad back this week, minus Ryan Papenhuisen, who is still tending to his little bit of a what do they call that? A cork? Was it a cork?
Yeah, that's what they said it was, right?
Yeah, a cork. However, Xavier Coates is named on the reserves and potentially making his long-awaited comeback. More than likely, he will be named to the starting lineup. This will be announced 2 hours before game day, so it is subject to change. But yeah, we'd probably see Xavier Coates back because I want to get him, back into some form as they kick off their run to the finals. Reece Walsh is also named to the reserves. You know how bad your team is injured is when you've named your team and you still have one reserve less than the opposition. That is when you know that you have no mana left in your squad. It's kind of just a throw together team at the moment. Corey Oates has made his comeback in the absence of Stags. Stags picked up an injury in that game the other day. Who else picked up an injury? So Payne was never fully healed. He was still playing in pain. And I think that's just his entire Broncos career, actually. And not physically, just emotionally. Much like us Broncos fans. As we sort of scramble and scratch to find something positive in this season, people are saying the best way to end this season is to sort of go out on a high, win this game, prove some of the doubters wrong. But when I look at this Storm team and I've just looked at what they've done this season, and then I look at the Broncos team and what they've accomplished this season, and I'm looking at Jaden Hunt, Fletcher Baker, Billy Walters, Corey Oates, Tristan Saylor, Jesse Arthurs. I'm looking at these names and I'm wondering, what have you done all season? Except piss me right the fuck off. Except rob Broncos fans blind. Everyone talks about Kirk Cousins in the NFL, about how he robbed the Vikings with his contract. Ezra Mann is doing the same. And these players that play for this team, I don't know what it is. There seems to be culture issues. There seems to be just no mana. This reminds me of like the 2010s Warriors. Great on paper, shit in real life. They're going to get chewed up and spat out by this Melbourne Storm team. But you must finish the season how you started, terribly. So I'm expecting it's going to be a rout from the visiting Storm. One thing I would say for Melbourne is it's so hard, being Tyron Wishart, having a game like he did last week and still not being good enough to crack that top tier side. And he's locked into Melbourne for a little while still. So it's going to take a little bit before he gets to, bugger off somewhere else and reap the rewards. He is, though, the perfect injury cover. Do you guys think he'd be a good number one somewhere else? Or do you think he's like a good off-the-bench utility for every team?
Number one is in fullback, or like number one is in...
Like a number one option at his preferred position.
I mean, Sixers have been like fairly they've been inconsistent throughout the whole season. So, like, if he was given a crack to be a team starting 6 throughout the season, then yeah, I think he'd go pretty good.
No, I think for me it's a little bit hard to say. Maybe a few more games, another season, and then we'll see. But I mean,
or do you think he's just a benefactor of a great system? You know, the whole Brady Belichick sort of argument. They got disproved, by the way.
I mean, it's a hell of a system they got over there, right? You know, they just seem to tune players out. But how many of them like go to another teams and are successful? There's a few, but seems like more of them seem to miss than hit.
Yeah, a lot missed then. That's why I'm wondering, is it the system that makes him look good? Because remember, like, you know, Kevin Proctor, wicked at Storm. Then he went to the Titans and it is forgettable, to say the least. Adam Blair, you know, went from Storm, had a great career with the Tigers. The Broncos picked him up for cheap, finished his career at the Warriors. Who else has sort of, you know, gone? I think one of the only players to leave and actually do well was Kronk. G.I. Falau.
Yeah, and those ones were like, we're going to be destined to be great. Kind of.
Yeah, those are anomalies.
Tohu Harris, another one that springs to mind. I thought he did really well. Maybe not for like not as long a period of time, but that first couple of seasons he was at the Wires. He was pretty on. Tino, maybe I think he's still pretty solid. He kind of went to another level, I thought. Kind of solidified himself as more maybe like in that elite prop. Maybe like not the best prop, maybe not S tier, but solid like A. Yeah. But yeah, that's on. I guess Nico's the other one. You know,
yeah.
Not many leave and then win Dally M.
Not many leave and go on a losing streak either. But Sam will talk about that. I guess how I'll wrap this one up is, look, Broncos fans, don't get your hopes up, you know. We've already been let down, and we got let down twice. You know how you can get let down twice at a season? That's depressing, man. Because, like, you know, we're already down and out. Kevin goes, we're in. We're playing finals footy. I don't know who gaslighted him to tell people that, but he tried to gaslight all of Bronx Nation. And last week we got absolutely decimated by the Dolphins. Now, it's probably not Kevin's fault because it sounds like it belongs to Dave Donaghy. Dave, you son of a bitch. You're blowing too much smoke up this man's ass. Kevin, probably a great man, great father. He was a hell of a player, I'll give you that. But he ain't shown me much as a coach. So Dave Donaghy, sort this club out. You wasted fucking money on Piakura. I ain't seen shit from him except HIA and missing week after week. I ain't seen shit out of Ezra Mann. He just a player out there with a 6 on his back. He ain't worth $800,000, and he ain't worth the Bronco being there for like 5 years. I got to deal with that for 5 years. He might not even be starting in 5 years. You tell me it was worth it. We're gonna lose Cobbo, Stags. Payne will go at the end of his contract. But we'll have Ezra Mann. I've got Melbourne 13 plus. We'll go check out the TAB. The TAB believes the same as we all believe. Melbourne Storm $1.17 favourites to the Brisbane Broncos $5.20. is their margin. We've got the line is 16.5, paying $1.90. And the winning margin, Broncos 1 to 12 is $6, 13 plus $14. Storm 3.50 for 1 to 12, and 13 plus is $1.64. You know damn well I picked Melbourne Storm 13 plus. What are you picking to for that Melbourne Brisbane game?
I kept this one pretty simple. I've just gone with the Storm to win, just outright winners, and Will Warbrick is my anytime try scorer. So that's the one I've gone for that.
Yeah, all around. Storm 13 plus. I don't really see a world in which this gets close. If you're Kevy, if you're if you're anyone, I don't know why the hell you would even name Reece. Let him be, man. Let Tristan have his last game before he goes to the Super League. Don't risk bringing Welsh back for a meaningless game. I'll take us over to the greatest game of the round, the most important game, the wooden spoon.
Spoon Bowl.
On Friday night at Campbelltown, kicking off 8 p.m. NZ time. We have the Tigers versus the Eels. There's been a few changes out for the Tigers. We've had Caesar named to start. He's been ruled out with a shoulder injury, which has brought Latu Whanu into the start at 7. We also have Alai Malo. He's missing through injury. Staines has gone back to the wing with Josh Falladay named to start. He's played a few years for the Tigers the last couple of years. He's still considered a rookie. All accounts, Tigers are pretty high on him, so hopefully he'll get a bit more of a crack next year. Junior Tupou is the other one who's named. This is his last game for the Tigers before he heads off to the Dolphins next year. Are there any other changes here? Oh, Tony Suka is named to make his debut. We had some debates about the pronunciation of his last name before we got started.
Hey, I'm glad you're doing it because everyone damn well knows I will mess that up.
Yeah. Wow, the way we all thought it versus the way I had to go find a podcast where they said his name.
Is that how you found it?
Yeah. They do like Behind the Roar or something. It's basically like the Tigers podcast that comes out every week. And in the preseason, they did a bunch of guys who were development / outside of the 30. Who else do we have here? Oh, Papali'i and Stefano's last games as well for the Tigers.
Oof.
Yeah. On the Eels, we've got Sean Russell and Tuolangi have been named to come back. I'll be honest, I have no idea who drops out for them. But those guys are back. That's what I do know. Zero care about these Eels. They played mean last week. Cool. That Dragons team doesn't look like they want to be there. I'm tipping the Tigers to win here. The Tab disagrees with me. The Tab has the Eels at $1.67 favourites with the Tigers paying $2.20. 1 to 12 on the Tigers is paying $3.50. 13 plus is $4.50. If you like the para side of it, it's paying $3.10 for 1 to 12 and $3.15 for 13 plus. So I'm taking the Tigers at $2.10. I just think the Tigers are going to get up because they don't want to win another. They don't want to win a third consecutive spoon and join the mid 2010 Knights, the post Bennett Knights that won 3 in a row.
Did they win 3 in a row?
They won 3 in a row.
Damn.
I knew they had a bad run. I didn't know they won 3 in a row until I was going through doing the whole My GM. And on Zero Tackles, it displays your wooden spoons.
Damn. That's ruthless.
But yeah, Blazers last game for the club. And then, who knows? A bunch of those other guys have been told they can leave. Whether they do or not is another thing. What do you guys think for this game?
Yeah, look, I'm going. If the Tigers win, it's going to be 13 plus. If the Eels win, it's 1-12, I think. I don't know which way though, so that's just the way it is. That's all you get from me.
See,
If the Tigers win, 13 plus.
This is what I was trying to say about the Roosters last week, where I was like, how I said it could be close, and what I mean was if it was close, the Raiders win. If it's a blowout, the Roosters win. But if these guys, thanks Einstein. It could be close. It could be a blowout. But what about you two? What do you think on this game?
I'm backing the Eels all day, every day. This coming from a Bulldogs fan. You guys will get the wooden spoon and end up with that dessert spoon to go with the table and the teaspoon you already got the last 2 years. So here's to the Tigers, who I'm hoping will perform shit and get smoked by the Eels. In the TAB, I've got Parramatta Eels to win, and my other bet is Blaise Talangi to be the anytime try scorer. So,
One last time, eh?
yes, hopefully you can go out or get a try and get a dub. Heading on to the second game of your Friday night, it is the Rabbitohs facing the Roosters. This one is hosted at Accor Stadium. Nothing really to play for in this game, so I thought I'll take this opportunity to say farewell to some South Sydney players and to some Roosters who won't be back next year. Starting with Tane Milne, you better not be back. And Lord's knocking people out. You're gone. Richard Kinner. He's actually not too bad, but he's too slow. Fucking you're getting as well. According to Zero Tackle, I mean, obviously we know Damien Cook is off to the Dragons, so hopefully he can perform well in his last game. And Thomas Burgess, the last of the Burgess brothers, he is also going back to the Super League. There are some unknowns as well as to who's staying, who's going. Dean Hawkins, pretty sure he's been tapped on the shoulder. So this last game where he is replacing Jack Whiten, hopefully he can use this as a trial. Hopefully performs well and gets him a contract somewhere else. Lachlan Ilias, well, he's been tapped to leave ages ago and he won't be performing because he's still injured. But yeah, look, I mean, there's not really much in terms of the Rabbitohs. Their season's been over for a long time. They're all waiting for Wayne Bennett to come back. There was a story that the Kuzla trial has to serve one game. They were trying to submit evidence via the doctor that he's healthy and able to play, so they wanted tomorrow night's game to count. However, the NRL gave them the old nope. That request has been denied, so it's very likely that it's either the first round of next year he'll serve it, or I think he might be missing the Indigenous game. Because I'm pretty sure there's precedents have been set that they can use that to serve his suspension. Although he does like to play in that game, so he might be up to him where he plays in that game and opts to sit out round one. I guess we won't know till next year, but that is really all I've got to say for the Rabbitohs. It's been a shit season for you, and it's about to end, and you will be on holiday. Moving over to the Roosters, and after last week, their season might also be in the toilets. But obviously, we have Sando Smith, who is the heir apparent for the leaving Luke Keary, who will be playing his final game in the Roosters colours. I guess in some ways fitting that his last game in the NRL is against the Rabbitohs, his former team. So he will show us what he's got in the absence of Sam Walker, who is obviously out for not weeks but months. And who knows, maybe that would affect what he gets paid on the open market. For some reason, I highly doubt it because there's just not that many sevens around. Connor Watson's coming in at 9 for the also injured Brandon Smith, which means Naho White is moved into that lock position. We do have a debutant, I believe, coming off the bench, Dela Sale Va'a. Va'a's a bit of a quite a famous name in Samoan rugby. So see what they got in the league world, and hopefully he can prove his worth. What else do we have on the team? Nothing else has really changed. I don't see... Tupo. Tupo must be injured. So we got Ponga here. Well, I think that's how you say it, as a replacement. But obviously, we have the departing centre duo, Joseph Suali'i, who is going to Australian rugby. Will he help them? Highly doubt it. But will he sell tickets? Probably. And that's, I guess, the best thing he's got for that. To Joey Manu. I mean, I still can't believe he's leaving. If he was going to leave, I was hoping he would definitely come to the All Blacks, but he is off to Japan for rugby. He is going to be sadly missed. He's one of the superstars of this game. He's just so devastating. One of the best centres I think we've seen, especially coming from the land of the long white cloud. He's definitely up there for me personally.
Waste of talent going to Union, dying sport.
Dying sport.
It's definitely sad to see him go. He will be missed. But yeah, look, in terms of the actual game itself, I think Roosters are just going to roll over them. And I hope, they put on a good performance for those ones that are leaving. And
what about the potential debut of that winger?
Which winger? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
So we have potentially the debut. What's his name? Where is it? Here we go. Mark. Oh, here we go. Noah Kanitawasi?
Yeah, you're pretty good on it.
No idea.
Yeah, he's look, obviously, apparently he's been killing it in New South Wales Cup. Yeah. But I do remember watching him play the All Blacks. And bro, he was dangerous every time he touched the ball. I remember that. I remember thinking, who is this winger? He is giving us problems. It'll be cool to see him get a start, and see what he's made of, or just to cut his teeth, at least get some reps in. New South Wales Cup is one thing, but the NRL is a whole nother level.
Hey man, I'm here for it, bro.
Yeah.
If you listen to the GM modes on Tuesdays, I've always got rugby players in my squad, so I'm hoping he does well.
Yeah. But look, in terms of the game itself, I don't really have much to say. I think the Roosters are going to roll them. I think it could be over early. I just hope all the ones that are leaving, don't get injured, play out their final game, and everyone will, from the Rabbitohs, be on holiday. And the Roosters will be getting ready for the playoffs, going to the TAB now. And TAB's kind of got it similar to what I was thinking. Roosters paying $1.25 for the win. Rabbitohs paying $4. The line is 13.5 for the Roosters. If we're looking at winning margins, if you're going with the Rabbitohs, 1 to 12 is $5, 13 plus is 10. Where the Roosters 1 to 12 is $3.25, 13 plus is at $1.88. The bet I put on for this game is just some simple one, like the other ones have been, the Roosters to win, and I have gone with Dom Young to be my anytime try scorer. Look, that's all I got for the game. Do any of the boys have anything to say? I don't know, is it?
Yeah. Looking at the TAB, I'm going Roosters 13 plus. That's paying $1.88. But I also feel it's the most likely option of the two there. Souths haven't had a very good run lately in terms of defending their line. They've just been getting they haven't been consenting to some of the beatings that they've been given over the past few weeks. So that's why I'm going Roosters 13 plus. As long as they all stay healthy.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? Is that they get out of this game with no injuries. I'm taking the Roosters 13 plus too. Also, just wanted to say, hey, congrats, Richie Kenner. You got to 50 NRL games before two called you trash.
Too slow, mate. You're too slow.
Hey, man, he got to 50. It's taken him like 8 years, but he's gotten to 50.
Damn.
We'll head on over now to, I think it's Wollongong, right? So, no, it's not Wollongong at all. It's Jubilee Stadium for the Dragons and Raiders. In this game here, this guy's name. Yeah, King Tongia. I think we came to the conclusion the name was. He's been named for his first start in the 6th jersey, following up on his, I think it's 3 or 4 games he's played off the bench this season. Moses Sully is also named to start with Whangai dropping to the extended bench. Jake Little is back after the I think it was his birth of his child last weekend. So congrats to the Little family. From the Raiders, nothing's more dangerous than the Raiders when they're knocked out. And mathematically, the Raiders are not knocked out anymore. They have a chance. They have a small chance, but they're going to have to do it without Jordan Rapana and Elliot Whitehead.
Talk about them mathematical chances, man. I'll tell you how they go.
Hey.
Not very well.
Hey, your mathematical chances are not their mathematical chances. They have a chance. We also have Ethan Strange and Jamal Fogarty returning to the house, with Kyle Weeks going to fullback in replace of Rapana, and then Simi Sasangi has been named on the edge to replace Whitehead. What do we have? This game here, it's a little interesting. I don't know. Every time I watch the Raiders, I love watching Tapine play. I feel like he's like just, to me, he's probably the best forward in the game. To me, like, you can have your debates for other forwards, but it'd be pretty tough for me to concede it. But yeah, man, I think the Dragons just look a little bit tired, so I think the Raiders are going to get up. But every time I back the Raiders, they lose. So it's a little hit and miss with it. But man, I'm going to back the Raiders on their mathematical chance. The tab disagrees with me. The Dragons are the $1.70 favorites here to the Raiders $2.15. Dragons are paying $3.05 to win 1-12, and then $3.10 to win 13 plus. The Raiders are $3.45 to win 1-12, and $4.80 to win 13 plus. My tip is the Raiders, because I'm backing them. And if you like the Raiders to win here, and you think potentially results are going to go the Raiders' way in the other games, the Raiders are paying $4.01 to qualify for the top 8. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, man. Look, the TAB don't lie, man. TAB don't lie. I think it's only you and Gordon Tellis backing the Raiders to win this week. I don't know how well Gordy's doing at the TAB, but you know what? Form over the past couple of weeks has seen the Raiders just show up when they shouldn't. I'm not saying the Raiders win this and they go into the top 8. That's just ridiculous. But I'm saying they could win this game. I don't know what it is. They just like to rub salt in the wound. Dragons, they ruined their win one, lose one streak last week when they lost to Para. They almost clawed it back, which shows that the Dragons, they still have some fight left in them. However, the Eels were well and truly, they'd given up at that point, and they leaked in almost everything. I think the Raiders are a slightly different team. They showed they can still compete even when they're down to 12 men twice. Same man. So he's not there this week. So they don't have that issue. Kung Fu Kenny's not playing for the Raiders this week, and I think that's him. Hey, Haere Rā.
Yep,
So,
he's done.
I think the Raiders can get it done. I'm going to go Raiders 1-12.
Let's go.
Well, I am also going to jump on that bandwagon and make it 3 from 3 with the boys and back the Raiders. Yes, that's what I'm going with. I feel I'm the same as Rawiri there. The Dragon just, they've been inconsistently consistent with their win-loss. But last week just didn't do it. And I don't know if Shane Flanagan can get them up for one more big game, especially when their season is over. With the Raiders, I feel just want to go out on a high. So I'm going to give them the nod. So my bet is for the Raiders to win. I've actually gone with Tyrell Sloan as my anytime try scorer for that game. So yes, but anyway, we will carry on with the draw and moving on to the second game of your Super Saturday. It is, of course, my Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs hosting the Cowboys at Accor Stadium. It should be a good game. So the thing about this game is that Bulldogs are 5th, Cowboys are 6th, and Manly are 7th. And the way it works is that, well, the winner of this game locks in 5th, so they get to host the first round of the playoffs. The loser, no matter what, will be playing Manly. Now, whether they're home or away depends on the Manly game. If Manly win their one, they will leapfrog a team and move into their 6th, which means potentially my Bulldogs could be going from 5th, hosting a team, to on the road to Brookvale if they lose this game and the Manly win. So there is a lot to play for. You kind of don't want to go on the road. I don't think it'll do us any good, especially being our first playoff game in a while. You want it at home where you know you're going to have the crowd advantage with you. But in saying that, this is no easy feat. We are facing the Cowboys team who beat us last time we played them. Tommy Dearden starred in that game from memory. And we are without 2 of our key players, Matt Burden, our number 6 with our towering boots. That boot has kept us in many games and it's also won us quite a few games this year. So he's going to be missed. And Bronson Cherry is also out, suspended for 1 game. He will be missed as well, but we do welcome back Captain Stephen Crichton. So there will be just a straight replacement Crichton for Cherry. It also means Drew Hutchinson, who hasn't been seen in a long time, is getting the crack at the number 6, replacing Matt Burden. To be honest, man, I don't know how we're going to go. I can actually see us dropping this one. I feel as though we missed Kurt Mann. Salmon is good at 13, but he's just, I don't know. For me, he lacks something. Like, he lacks a little speed. He maybe got a better ball playing than Kurt Mann, but no, I feel as though he lacks the aggression and he just feels like he's half a step behind. So I would rather Bailey Hayward just start there, but he's a little bit small and his impact off the bench is kind of a little bit better for us. So yeah, I mean, a loss since Salmon got his jaw broken on the tackle. He should have got penalised in the Tamati Martin Warriors game. Feel as though he just hasn't been the same, and Preston and Kikau have just holded down those second rows, so it's hard to see him crack that second row rotation unless they're bringing one of them off. I mean, maybe even shift Preston to the middle, see how that goes. But yes, I do think it'll be a tough game for the boys. I mean, I hope they can get it, but based on form and who are missing, I do think the Cowboys could win this game, and then we'll be switching on the Manly game as to whether we are playing Manly at home or away. In terms of the Cowboys, obviously, they got the win over the Storm last week, even though that was against the B team. But hey, you can only play who you play, and they got the job done. I mean, Ruben Cotter, he's announced that he's re-signed for another few years till 2028. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I couldn't even tell you how this game's going to go, man. I mean, Chad Townsend, he's named as a reserve. I don't know if he'll be a late call-up. If he is, well, either way, it's his last game for the Cowboys before he goes to the Roosters. Just looking at this team and anyone who I know is leaving. Obviously, we have the winger and the all-time leading try scorer for the Cowboys, Kyle Fout, gets his last game in the jersey before he is off to Super League. Other than that, can't really see anyone who I know for sure is leaving. In terms of the Bulldogs, I think most of our team is either... Gerald Skelton, he plays his last game in the Bulldogs before he goes on to lose heaps of games at the Tigers. He will be found out real quickly on his defense, and they will know why he only played like 10 games for us. Other than that, can't really see anyone else. We do have a few people. Toby Sexton, he can talk to teams come November 1st. I hope he doesn't. Hopefully he will stay back and on a cut deal, hopefully, considering we revived his career. That would be good. But I hate to say it, man. I think Cowboys are going to win this, as annoying as it is. I don't know why. I think just not having Bird in there with his long kicking, it's just gotten us out of trouble. I back Toby Sexton short kicking game. He's real good at getting us repeat sixes, or where they've got to do goal line dropouts. But if we get into a kicking battle, I don't think we're winning that one. So which means we'll be losing the field position. It's just tough to see. Hopefully I'm wrong. But we'll go over to the TAB and see what they say. They have my Bulldogs as favourite. They're paying $1.75 for the win. Cowboys $2.10. The line is only at 2.5. In terms of margin, if you're going for the Bulldogs, 1 to 12 gets you $3. 13 plus is $3.45. For the Cowboys, 1 to 12 is $3.30, and 13 plus is $4.50. I have gone with the Cowboys to win this one, and my anytime try score, I have gone with Kyle Fouts to hopefully bag one in his final game. Luckily, I mean, both these teams will be in the playoffs, but again, a lot to play for. Winner hosts the first game. The second one is playing, or the loser of this game plays Manly. Whether it's home or away will depend on whether Manly win or lose. But that's all I've got for you. Sam, do you have any? What are your thoughts on this game? Or what's your bet?
It really annoys me because we've got a lot of the same things going on here. I've taken the Cowboys to win. I have a horrendous track record of backing them, but I look at it and without Burden, I think you guys might struggle to score a few points there. So it's just, I think really this is going to depend on Scott Drinkwater. Is he going to throw balls over the sideline, or are they going to hit their mark? Because if they hit their mark, I think the Cowboys could really put it on you guys, but it's a little hit and miss for me, so I'm just going to take the Cowboys to win. What have you got, Ra?
Yeah, look, I accidentally didn't look at the team sheet. I just went Bulldogs 13 plus. Yeah, should have looked at the team sheet. Otherwise, the smart bet's going Cowboys 1 to 12. That's paying $3.30. That's probably your safest bet. I think the Bulldogs will be able to hold on, but yeah, it's Burden's kicking game that's a difference maker for me. And I think without that, yeah, Cowboys. And for some reason, Valentine Holmes has been playing some unreal footy these past few games. Ever since he has been told he can get, he's been playing mean. So yeah, and he's locked in at the Dragons now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's like, I'm about to find me some Dally M form under the new coach. So here we go. So yeah, let's go Cowboys 1 to 12, I reckon. To the final game of Super Saturday, we've got a Super Saiyan matchup. The Penrith Panthers taking on the Gold Coast Titans. Now, look, I don't even think I need to say who's going to win this and who's going to lose this because we have a theory. And the theory is this: if you wear a heritage jersey or you debut that heritage jersey for the first time this season, you don't lose. And the Penrith Panthers are bringing out that chocolate, brown, and white jersey for the last game of the season. I like this kit, man. It's good. It's a nice kit. It's clean, bro. It's clean. One thing I want to know is, why don't teams just go back to some of these heritage kits like full time? Like, the style just looks way better than some of the shit they come up with today. Like that Bulldogs jersey, your regular home and away kit, bland. But that 2004 year heritage throwback kit, clean. The Warriors away kit, average. Probably looks more like an Auckland NPC kit, But their heritage jersey, clean. Make that your away kit full time. Same with the Broncos, that 95 Diamond Travel Land, clean. Make that your full-time jersey. So Panthers pretty much locked and loaded, ready to go. This is almost a full-strength Panthers team. Obviously, we're just missing the prodigal son, the future immortal, the future GOAT, Nathan Emmanuel Cleary. I don't even know if that's his middle name. I just made it up. Can someone search up Nathan's middle name for me, please? But for now, it's Emmanuel. Yeah. This looks like it's just going to be business as usual for the Penrith Panthers. Because the Gold Coast Titans, I don't know if they're going to be able to match that intensity that they're going to be met with when it comes to playing against these Penrith Panthers. You've got Alofiana Khan-Pereira. Somebody stop that man. He's probably good enough to score a double. You got Jojo Fafita, who's proven this season that, he's a bona fide NRL winger. Let's hopefully he can carry that on into next season. Jaden Campbell's sort of solidified himself in that 6 jersey. Beau Fermor has been moved from the second row into the centres, which is, he can sort of do that, but I kind of like him in the second row. We also don't have no Big Dave. David Christopher Fafita isn't playing this week either. So, that just gives me more ammunition to back the Penrith Panthers with Isaiah Clayton-Yeo playing. Liam. Yeah. Oh, Steven Sorensen is back too. So, good to see him out there. Where do we think this game will be won? I think this game will be won on the line speed of the Panthers and their intensity. Once they get back to those old, how Panthers were rounds 1 through, I think, about 5, where they were just dominant off the line, man. Their line speed was ridiculous. They were holding teams within their own 20 for 45 minutes per game on average. If they can get back to that, we're looking at four-time world champs at the NRL level. If they can't, then we're looking at a 3-time champions who get knocked out in the second round of the NRL finals. So I'm hoping for the latter because I'm sick of these pricks. The TAB says that this game is going to be hella one-sided, and by one-sided, Panthers are 1.11 favourites to the Titans 6.80 head-to-head. That is atrocious. That is might as well not even bet on this game because you ain't going to get paid none. The line is 19.5, which is crazy. And the winning margins, I've got Panthers winning 1-12 just for the lols because it pays $3.70. Panthers to win 13 plus is $1.50. Titans to win 1-12 is $7.25, and them winning 13 plus is $19. Look, history says over the past 3 years, because these teams don't play each other twice a year, they only play once a year, and since 2022, 2023, Panthers have won, more than 13 points. In 2022, it was 18-4, and in 2023, it was 40-14. Can the Titans turn the tide, or will it be more of the same? Tune in 9:35 p.m. Saturday night on Sky Sport 4, Penrith Park Stadium in Penrith, and see the Penrith Panthers win by 13 plus. There's so many P's in one sentence. 1-12 is what I put in the TAB because, I'm just trying to make that money. Yeah, I need that money. But, look, logic says 13 plus, or just put it on a try scorer. You'd make more money. Where did you guys go at the TAB for this particular game?
So for this one, like you said, it's not really worth betting on the margin itself. So I thought I'd do something to show how dominant that I think the Panthers will be in this game. I've actually gone with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're back 5 to all score a try at any time try scorer. And that's one. If you put $10 on, get you a return of $1,271.50. So that's what I've gone with. Again, that's for Dylan Edwards, both the wingers, so Tereva To'o, and both centres, Tango and Alamori. Anytime try scorers, put a $10 bet, and that's what you will get in return. That's what I've gone with in the Penrith dominant victory. What about you, Sam? What do you got?
Yeah, very much the same. I think it's going to be a one-sided affair. I'm interested in taking the Penrith line, which, what did you say? It was 19.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I would take that. I would also look into the odds about a potential drop goal in that game. Part of me just thinks Penrith might get to a point maybe just before the half or just before the end where they start setting up their alignment to take a snap in case they're going to need that come the finals. And you get someone else to take that shot that's not Nathan, because even though he is likely to be the one who takes it in the game, I think it helps to have other options. So I think a drop goal in that game might be a possible go. We'll head over to Sunday now at 4 p.m. The Sea Eagles take on the Sharks at 4 Pines Park. Turbo is out. Jason Saab is out. Turbo, it's an AC. With Saab, it's a high ankle sprain from what I could find, but syndesmosis was also thrown out there, which from what I've heard is the same thing. We've got, who else is on here? Turbo, Saab. Cole is named at fullback. When he was named there a little bit earlier this season, I felt like he was disappointing compared to what he was last year when he filled in the fullback. Last year, I thought there was some real possibilities that he could be the long-term fullback there, and Tom could go to the centres. But his form this year in the fullback left a bit to be desired. So I'm excited to see him get to play fullback again. And the other one is Clayton. Yep, Clayton. Clayton is named on the wing. Talau is named in the centres, and Hopwhite is on the wing. For the Sharks, Mulatalo is...
Faulalo.
Yep, that's the one, Clayton.
Clayton Faulalo.
Yep. For the Sharks, Mulatalo is named to return. Stone Street has been dropped to the extended bench. Ramian also returns, which has pushed Atkinson to the 14 jersey. I feel like that's really unfortunate. Atkinson, the last probably month and a half, has played some really good football. But come the playoffs, I'd say you'd probably want Ramian and Idol there in the centres. Nico. Nico. Father. He hasn't won a game since round 11. That's the stat that I looked up. We knew it had been a while since he had won. Obviously, he's had his injuries, but round 11 was the last time he won a game. That's shocking to me. That is shocking to me. What have we got? Pasika last week, he played an unreal game. This is a tough game without Talal. Without Turbo. If Turbo was in this game, I would pick Manly hands down and not really think twice about it. Without Turbo, it's a lot more of an interesting contest to me. I think if Pasika plays like he did last week, Manly has a really good shot to win. But it's one thing about Pasika, consistency is not a friend to him. He can be mean one game and he'll be not great the next 5. So I think a lot of this is going to depend on him. If he's not firing, then I think Nathan Brown gets a call pretty early to try and help them against this forward pack of the Sharks. The odds for the game are the Sea Eagles are actually the favourites, which being a 4 Pines not a massive surprise, but they're not overwhelming favourites. The Sea Eagles are paying $1.78 to win. versus the Sharks at $2.05. 1 to 12, the Sea Eagles are paying $3.05, and 13 plus is $3.35 if you like the Sharks on that. 1 to 12 is $3.30. 13 plus is $4.60. I've tipped here. Oh, where did it go? I deleted it. Oh, I had the line. Oh well. I'm gonna tip the Eagles here to go 1 to 12. 1 to 12 at $3.05. What are you guys thinking about this?
Look, I mean, like you said it right, without Turbo, it's a tough one. And obviously, I also want them to lose so that we can be at home. But if there's a team that can pull it off, it would be Manly. They've got some great form, I think, regardless of whether Turbo's there. You have the Sharks. It's just an interesting one because I felt as though they've been playing some great football too. But yeah, with the whole Nicholas Hines situation, him being somewhat of a losing streak, it just goes to show, man, like when you're in your headache, it's just hard to get out, and he's kind of been in the slump. I thought the break was good for him to kind of get out the eye of everyone and to get not only his body right but his mind right. But yeah, I kind of don't know where they go. Look, I still think Sharks are good enough to win it, and I'm hoping that they will. So I have backed them. So I've gone for the Sharks for the win, and I believe my anytime try scorer for this one. Who did I have? Where is it? Oh, the winger, Sione Katoa. Yes, so it's kind of. I think it could be a close one, but I'm going to go with the Sharks and with Sione Katoa to score a try as well.
Interesting. I had him last week for anytime try score. You know what they said? The ball's never seen that side of the field.
Well, that was last week, and this is a new week.
Oh, Manly. Damn. Oh, sorry, see you. Sharks. Jesus. What have you got, Rob?
Yeah, I've gone Sharks 1 to 12. However, if they don't win this week, the Sharks aren't getting very far in this finals, it looks. They'll lose week 1, get the life, lose week 2. Because, I mean, curses are hard to break. Trust me. I went, 33 games or 33 consecutive bets without a win. And Nico's gone however many games he's gone without a win. But they got dropped from Origin because he couldn't win. That's a curse he'll be looking to break. And you know what? That's what I've got. Sharks 1 to 12. Cometh the man, cometh the hour. Nico Hines slots that game-winning kick. Manly Seagulls 22. Cronulla Sharks 14. Nah, jokes. Nah. I think Cronulla score about 28 to Manly's 22. So that's why we're going Sharks 1 to 2. But let's head over to the final game of the regular season. The game with all the chocolates on the line. Who wants it most? Is it the Knights who host the Dolphins that want it more? Or is it the visiting Dolphins under Wayne's leadership? Who will come out on top at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If the Knights wear those god-awful high-vis jerseys again in this game, someone needs to be slapped, man. Who the hell thought that was a good idea? Oh, let's put them in high-vis. Bruh, they're not scaffolders, bruh. They're freaking rugby league players, bruh. Anyway, this is going to be a great game. The Hammers back at the centre. Trey Fuller is looking like he's locked in that fullback spot for their playoff push. Bradman best. I like what he does, man. I like what he does out there. I still don't get Crossell at 7. It's weird for me. He went all season playing like 9 and lock, and now he's just all of a sudden at halfback. He's the ultimate utility. The Knights farewell a whole bunch of players. One of them didn't even make the team. Did he just get farewelled last week?
Hey, Hastings.
Nah, the other one. The Saifidi.
I don't know.
Sayonara Saifidi. Yeah, well, Arch. That's not the goods for a departing player. Someone else who can't make the lineup, Thomas can't. Cody Nikorima looks to be back. We've got Jeremy Marshall Kingston back there. How come Max Plath is still playing hooker if Jeremy's back?
Just still coming into form, I think, and I think
Yeah.
they like what Jeremy Marshall King brings off the bench.
So this lineup is the exact same lineup that decimated the Brisbane Broncos last week at Suncorp Stadium, the home of the Dolphins. Not Redcliffe Dolphins, they don't exist, but the Dolphins, just Dolphins, apparently. Redcliffe Dolphins and Dolphins are two different teams. Redcliffe play in Queensland Cup and Dolphins play NRL. Fun fact for your Thursday afternoon. What's his name? Katoa. He's on the reserve, so he'll probably get called up later. They got a Kurt Donogho.
Kurt Donahue.
Eh?
Yeah.
Who spells it like that?
Aussies.
Ooh, and then we got Mr. Keeley, Orion, Orion.
I'd probably go with Orion. Yeah, but
Orion.
Orion.
Orion, just to throw another one in there.
Orn.
Brother, it doesn't matter. He's not getting called up.
Hey, man, you never know. Also, is Ray Stone like a serial killer or a murderer? This dude built like he spent time in prison. Because he looks like he walks around with the Comancheros and shit. Fuck, he is jacked, bruh. Back to the footy. I think for the Knights to get on top here, they really going to have to rely on Kalen Ponga, getting in and getting them some early offense. Bradman Best, them just linking up on that left edge. We need Greg Marju to just not do Greg Marju things for once. And, to just winning things. Fletcher Sharpe, you can do no wrong. Is this the game you sort of ascend into superstardom? Is this where you sort of put your name in the hat as an up-and-coming winger, soon-to-be fullback when Kalen's contract expires and the Knights can no longer have that salary issue? Yeah. For the Dolphins, get fucked. I hope this is the end of your season. And you know what? The TAB agrees. Dolphins are paying $2.15. The Knights are $1.72. The line is 2.5, so they think it'll be close. Newcastle Knights to win 1-12, $3. 13 plus, $3.25. Dolphins 1-12, $3.40 to win 13 plus, $4.75. I'm going Newcastle Knights 13 plus, $3.25. Flip them over. No consent, no Vaseline, just like Ice Cube said. Just like Ice Cube said, ladies and gentlemen. That's my take on this game. Up the Knights, fuck the Dolphins.
Yes, looking at this game, I think the Knights might be able to pull it off on the back of the excellence that is Kalen Ponga. But, you got the Dolphins who, after last week's performance, are trending in the right direction. Such a huge call it was to drop Isaiah Katoa last week for Jake Averillo, and he delivered. And rightfully so. He's starting again with Isaiah Katoa, who's been in that team the whole year. And he got left out of, the big game last week and again this week. But I think Newcastle at home in the form they've been showing, and specifically the form of Ponga, I think I'm backing them to get it done. I don't think it'll be in dominant fashion. I just think the Dolphins, like last year in their first year, they started off great, but then slid out the 8 quite early. This year they've been there or thereabouts. Probably deserve to be in the top 8 more than the Newcastle Knights, just where they've been in the ladder for most of the year. But sometimes just because you deserve something doesn't mean you're going to get it. And I think the Knights are going to come over the top and rip their hearts out and claim that final spot in the 8. So I've gone with Newcastle just to win it. Did I have an anytime try score for this one? I did not. So that is my simple Newcastle bet for this one. Newcastle to take that 8th spot and lock in the playoffs.
Yeah. It was a little bit like what you touched on. I don't know if it was on here or maybe the last step, where you said that it felt like the Dolphins played their grand final against the Broncos. They were so good. They were so good last week. It's tough for me to imagine that they can't back up at least 50, 60% of that game and make this one a competitive one. But I also do struggle when I look at this team list and, as Wayne showed last week, he can name something and the team that comes out is completely different. Like Lachlan Hubner, but he was so good last week. I felt, not so good, but I felt like he was really good for a player I'd never really heard of. Cody being back, I feel like they either start him or they don't pick him at all. Like, they've got so much versatility in their back line. I don't know why you'd be taking Marshall King and Cody. Jesse Bromwich is back, potentially his final game. For someone who's done what he's done for the Kiwis and the career he's had. I feel like we should touch on that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Big Jess Fowles.
That's, I don't know, it's an interesting one because, I just don't know what to make of this team. Like, it could be as it's named, which was a damn good team last week. It could be a completely different back line. I'm holding out a little bit of hope. One thing I am really interested in, though, is if they're going to pair up Herbie and Bradman. I want to see that centre battle. Gagai and Herbie doesn't really do a whole lot for me. But that Herbie-Bradman battle, I think that would be just such a good thing to watch.
Who was on? Was Bradman and Hammer on each other during Pause? Were they guarding each other during Origin?
Bradman and... Nah, Hammer was the other side, right?
Nah, he was on Critter, eh?
Yeah, Hammer and Critter.
Yeah.
I feel like they give Dane Herbie and they'll give Best the Hammer.
That's less exciting for me. That's just exciting for me, but it might make more sense.
Yeah, I just think Dane, on offense-wise, matches up better against Herbie than Bradman would. Because Dane can run through a motherfucker. Whereas, like, Bradman, he got to rely a little bit more on his agility and strength to get past players. And I think Herbie can match him for that. In terms of Bradman versus Hammer and that agility and thing, you just got to rely on Hammer just making those errors.
Yeah.
Sometimes his defensive reads aren't the best. So that's where I think Bradman can exploit, if that's how the coaching is set up. But, come with the man, come with the hour.
Yeah. In terms of the result for this game, I've got not controversial, but just I want the Raiders, man. I want the Raiders in the playoffs. I want to see what they do. I feel like they're... it's my love for Tarpany. It's my love for Tarpany that wants the Raiders in there. I've gone... We can't find the odds for it, but I've gone the Knights Dolphins a draw. I've gone them to draw. There's only been one all season. So why not in the last game? Your team that's 8th, your team that's 9th, going for their final spot. They draw it up. They draw it up on the Knights Old Boys Day as well. I feel like, if the Dolphins are a little bit better, the Old Boys Day might get them that little nod over the top. But yeah, you can't bet it, but I've gone the Knights for a draw. Oh, the Knights Dolphins draw. And if you like that, with the Raiders to win, then bet the Raiders to make the 8 at 401.
That's ridiculous. If I've heard anything ridiculous in my life, that's ridiculous. However, if it hits, you'll be a king.
But also, if I had to pick one, I'm gonna back the Dolphins. I'm gonna back the Dolphins to win. Just like last week's game was so good, and
I just love how consistently inconsistent the Dolphins are this season, which is why I just don't know if they can back up that performance of last week.
Yeah. Well, it's like a lot of these teams, right? The ones that are like probably the Dogs, the Dragons, the Knights.
I feel like the Dogs have been fairly consistent throughout this season.
Sorry, not the Dogs, the Cowboys.
I was about to say, man.
Yeah, no. Like all those teams that are like nearly there, like the Raiders, like they're all inconsistent. But that's their inconsistency.
I'll tell you who's the most consistent out of all those bottom feeders.
All right. Parramatta.
It is the Brisbane Broncos.
Oh.
Anyway, all of those, all of my picks, 13 pluses and 1 to 12s, all of those pay out $43,181.27 if all of that hits. However, it never does. So don't hold your breath. Over to our final segment of the night, big plays and paydays. Ladies and gentlemen, funnily enough, this week my big play doesn't pay off more than my head-to-heads. Weird. For the first time, it doesn't. I've gone with try scorers. We've got Willie Warbrick scoring a doubly. We've got Micah Seville, any timer. Dominic Young on a doubly. Zach Lomax, any timer. Val Holmes, any timer. To'o of the Brian variety. We've got him on a double. Then we've got Jesse of the noodle kind. And Cullen Ponga, any times. I've put $4.70 on that, and that pays out $4,225.45. And that is my practice runs, big play, or payday.
Not gonna lie, Jesse of the noodle kind has fucked me up.
Ramen.
Oh.
Come on, man.
You don't eat noodles?
Hey, you guys didn't ask about Mitch Kenny last week.
You just said Kenny.
You said Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny. Mitch
Kenny.
We're thinking Bromwich.
I would have said Bromwich.
What?
Then we would have thought Jesse.
Yeah, I would have thought Jesse.
Well, I mean, there's only one guy with the last name Kenny. And you guys
There's only one guy with the first name Kenny.
Yeah, well,
You might be the only one that calls Mitch Kenny. I don't even think the Panthers call Mitch Kenny.
Nah, they have to.
No.
It's full name. You got to give it full name. Like I've never referred to Mitch Kenny as just Kenny.
I bet him a little bit too often, so I do call him Kenny.
See.
But what have you got?
I feel like there's only select players you can call by their last name, like Ponga, Cleary.
Or just one name, mate, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking...
Nah.
Like, even Bradman Best. I'm not going Best. It's full Bradman Best. Lomax, Zach Lomax, he gets a Lomax. Blaze Talangi, he gets a full name. Fletcher Sharpe is definitely getting a full name.
Fletcher Sharpe doesn't get a mention. Oh, no, sorry, I'm thinking of Fletcher Baker.
See?
But what have you got?
Anyway, what's your guys' big play for this payday? Are we going to Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, or are we staying in Papakura?
Mate, if this hits off, I can book the limousine and the hotel. We off to Vegas, baby. That's
Yeah.
a big if. Because what I've done is I kind of like these little $1 bets because they pay out heaps, you know, just because I want to say life changing, but I'll definitely make life easier. We have gone with not just any time try scores because that's for newbies. We've gone for the first time try score, you know, or the first try score of each of these games. So it's as follow. I've gone with Will Warbrick to open the scoring in the Storm game, Blaise Talangi to score the first one, Dominic Young to open it up for the Roosters, Tyrell Sloan to do the same for the Dragons. I've gone with Taruva to score the first try in their hiding of the Titans. And finally, I've gone with Sione Katoa to open up the scoring against Manly. Whānau, chuck a $1 bet on that multi, and that comes out to a cool $755,350, which comfortably gets us to Las Vegas and back. Share. We might be doing a few more trips as well. You never know. But again, you know, this one could be over in the first 5 minutes of tonight's game. And would I care? Not really. It's only $1. Not like I'm putting $10 on this, you know. Just a little cheeky something. But yeah, that's my what is it? Big bets and whatever it is.
Big plays
plays
and paydays.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, mine doesn't quite live up to that.
Why not?
You know, I went for things I can see happening.
Do you not want us to go to Las Vegas?
Well, you can't see Will Warbrick scoring the first try. That's
I can't see Blaise being the first try scorer.
Why not?
Yeah, fair.
He's a winger, isn't he?
Well, they play him at centre. If he was playing on the wing, Para first try scorer, absolutely. He had a fucking massive run of it.
He's not gonna pass the ball. He's just gonna do a quick in and out against whoever's guarding him on the Tigers, which is no one.
He's
pretty much
true
gonna waltz him.
He's
gonna waltz him to that line.
I reckon it's either him or Gutho.
Yeah, mate.
Gutho
was what I was thinking about.
It's definitely Para getting off the mark first.
Yes.
Hell no.
It's going to be, yeah. They've done it for like the past 3-4 weeks now. They've gotten off the mark the quickest.
Literally
every other
first
team
set.
just comes back.
First set
off. You a dream.
Well, that's how they've done their last two games, pretty much.
Yeah, against trash cans.
Gee, if you actually get the
make
spoon,
you a dumpster. Those two teams are trash can. Your team's a dumpster.
Fuck, with your club's history, shut up. Fucking good for 1 year and you coming at us.
Yeah, you ain't been good for no years with your spoons. Or 2 of them, soon to be 3 of them.
If you win the spoon, I need you to buy a microphone like this, and I need you to use a wooden spoon as your microphone for the rest of the season. If you don't, then you wear a crown and you come in and you get hailed. We'll hail if the Tigers don't win the spoon. We'll hail you as kings.
I'm starting to feel sick again. But
I thought you were confident in your team.
I am.
In the spoon, yes.
But like this team has changed a bit.
What do you mean?
We've got the young gun Felody in the side. We've got
Felody might sing a melody and just be that missing link that you have never had this season.
I don't know. In his like 3 games he's played, brother, he makes tackles. They run at him.
Does he make them or miss them?
Nah, he's actually pretty good. I think he tackles like 85%.
Hey, that's good. That's good enough, right? That's good enough.
It just threw me the amount of tackles he's had to make in his 2 or 3 games.
You know what? If he's won the spoon, we'll just refer to you that whole episode as the spoon. I will change the outro with your host, Raori, Tukoerangi, and the spoon. Just for that one episode.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Bulldogs and the Broncos to be down there next year. And the Tigers to be flying high.
But, flying high in 13th.
Yeah, that's all good as long as you guys are below us. We're flying high. But my bet
Fuck,
for
we might be.
what is it? Big plays.
Big
plays
plays
and
and
paydays.
paydays.
Yeah. We've gone
All
with
together now. All together. You ready?
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Big
plays
plays and
and
paydays.
paydays. We'll work on it.
That might be something to pre-record.
Yeah, we'll do that in Auckland.
All right, so my bet is the Tigers to win. I've gone for Dom Young and Tupanua to get over and score in the in the Roosters game. I've gone the Raiders to win. It annoyed me because two said this one. I've gone with the Cowboys and Kyle Felt to score anytime. I've gone for Tango to score. Hopewadi and Nikora to both score. And then in the final game, I've got Sharpe and Asako to combine for 2+ tries. If you bet that, that pays out at... If you put $10 on it, it pays out at $17K. So $17,247. That's what it pays out at. And my bet for the round, I've mentioned it twice already. Third time's the charm. Raiders to make the top 8 of 401. That's what it is, man.
Big plays and paydays, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just take one quick look at Clarkie's rookie ranking, just because it just popped up as I was wrapping up. He doesn't have an asterisk next to Kale Edel, so maybe he is still eligible.
He is because he didn't get suspended.
Well, there we go.
So because to be ineligible, you have to be suspended. I think it's 2+ games.
Guess who's made his way onto the ladder after like a couple of games? Frickin' Fletcher Sharpe. Imagine if he was there from the start of the season. Instead of, what was that other one? Armstrong.
Yeah.
He was terrible. Max Plath has an asterisk, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think it's between Kale and Ethan. But Ethan hasn't been playing for the past few weeks, so Kale's overtook him. Jumped him.
Is Final in there?
Nah.
No. Fucking hater.
The only Tiger you have is the number 1 rookie, Lachlan Galvin.
Yeah.
But of course has the asterisks. That's bullshit rule, eh?
Sorry, who's in the top 10?
You've got Lachlan Galvin. You've got Kale Edel, Ethan Strange, Max Plath, Liam Henry, Blaze Talangi, Jack Bostock, Lehi Hopoate, Jack Howarth, and Fletcher Sharpe. But there's only 8 eligible players, and it's Kale, Ethan, Liam, Blaze, Jack, Lehi, Jack, Fletcher.
I'm a little bit gutted Bailey Hayward didn't even get a mention.
Yeah. I think this bro don't watch every game. You can call him out. How far not in there, man? He's so good.
Heard of the Samuel type.
Yeah, Samuel.
Yeah, he has been pretty good. Yeah.
500K for him. Worth every penny.
It is, man. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a wonderful journey that we've had so far. Thank you all worldwide listeners. Y'all are amazing. Y'all keep the lights on. Hey, if you want to support us, just like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Let us know why you hate the show. Let us know why you hate our takes. Let us know why I am your least favorite host. Just say some outlandish shit. Get us to bite. It'll be fun. And if you want to come speak your mind, come speak your mind. But that's it from me. I'll throw it over to the boys for the final word.
Yeah, nah. True.
You need to work on that more than the intro.
Hey, what you mean? True. Thank you for listening. Two's got us on the outro.
You just sound ungrateful.
Well, anyway, as always, we'd like to give thanks to all of our listeners, both near and far. We really do appreciate the love and support we get. Even though it is a few, it is a hearty crew. That's what I reckon anyway. If you want to be part of our team, part of this community, feel free, like I already said, to hit us in our DMs, like, comment, subscribe on our post. And yeah, look, I think I'll keep it pretty short, but that is it, Fano. That is our last preview show for the regular season. 27 weeks in, 27 weeks done. So come next week, Tuesday, we will have our final showdown, our final review of the regular season, where we might show a little bit of love to those who are leaving or switching clubs. But that is it from the team. We will leave it there. We will see you next Tuesday.
Wait.
Everyone know, yes, one more time. Yes, Rawari, what you got?
We should call the run to the championship the pursuit of greatness.
Better?
What do we
reckon-
got, man?
I reckon
What
it's
do we
better than
got?
Road to Glory. I don't think it's quite
Pursuit of greatness.
I
pursuit
quite
of great.
like
I
Road
don't
to Glory.
know, man. Work-ons. But I feel better though. We're trending in the right direction.
The
Get in
pursuit
there.
of happiness threw me a bit.
Navigating gold.
Nah, you've lost me. You're losing me. You're losing me.
Lifting trophies.
We will get there. We will work on it, and hopefully we'll have one. Because yes, next week, well, Tuesday is our final review, and then we get into the playoffs. But look, we will see you guys on Tuesday. We will stop it there. Until then, Fano, be safe. See you when we see you. Cheer to the cheer. Mā te wā.